Okay, so I will write some questions over here and you have to solve it. So let's say first question is, so a photon of 300 nanometer is absorbed by a gas and then re-emits two photons. One re-emitted photon has wavelength 496 nanometer. Calculate energy of other photon re-emitted. कोई बताएगा कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे इसको? Anyone?
Hello, sir.
कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे?
Sir, can you hear me?
क्या?
सर मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है?
हेलो.
हेलो.
हाँ बेटा.
हाँ सर, पहले हम फर्स्ट जो फोटोन जो ऑब्जॉर्व हुआ था उसका एनर्जी निकालेंगे, और क्योंकि
हाँ,
एनर्जी ना ही क्रिएट होगी ना ही डिस्ट्रॉय होगी, तो जो दो फोटोन एमिट होंगे उनका टोटल एनर्जी भी उसी एनर्जी के बराबर होगा.
करेक्ट करेक्ट. तो चलो भाई सॉल्व करते हैं, है ना?
यस सर.
Total energy absorbed is going to be equals to total energy emitted over here. So what is the energy absorbed? What is the formula? Energy of photon. Hmm.
सर एच सी बाय लैम्डा.
H c by lambda, because h nu we cannot operate over here. What is given? Wavelength is given. So anyone having answer? Wavelength is given. So that's why we can not write h nu. So let's say solution. So whatever the energy is absorbed, that is going to be energy emitted over here. What is energy absorbed? Energy of photon h c by lambda. Let's say absorbed. Then it is equals to दो photon की energy है. So let's say we are going to write energy of photon 1 plus energy of photon 2, and we can write that is nothing but hc by lambda 2. Sorry, let's say we can write lambda 1 plus hc by lambda 2. One re-emitted photon has wavelength 496. So you can see we can have we can, let's say, cut this hc जो है ना वो दो सब जगह कॉमन है. So then it is nothing but 1 upon lambda absorbed is nothing but 1 upon lambda 1 plus 1 upon lambda 2. So this is 1 upon 300, this is 1 upon 496, and this is 1 upon lambda 2, right? You have to calculate this. So 1 upon lambda 2 is nothing but 1496, sorry, 1 upon 300 minus 1 upon 496. So you can write 300 into 496 into, sorry, minus 300. We'll take this, let's say, as a 500 just for simplicity. So this is going to be 200, sorry, हाँ 196 की जगह 200 लिख सकते हैं, then 300 into 500. So our options is going to be close to 1 upon 7. So over here this is going to be 750 into 5, 150 into 5, 750. So our option is going to be close to 750 nanometer. ठीक है भाई? Or you can मतलब you can accurately call like 196 divided by 300 into 496. Then you can solve. Okay, exactly it is coming as 759 nanometer. ठीक है भाई, सब कुछ समझ में आ गया? देख लो एक बार क्या किया है. बोलो क्या दिक्कत है?
सर ये 496 माइनस 300 अपॉन 300 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 496 के बाद अपने 200 कहाँ से लिया सर?
हमने अज्यूम कर लिया कि 496 500 है, जस्ट टू गेट ए अप्रोक्सीमेट आंसर. अगर मल्टीपल चॉइस कुछ सिंगल करेक्ट है और इसमें मल्टीपल लेट्स से वो दिए गए हैं, ऑप्शंस दिए गए हैं, देन व्हाट यू कैन डू इज rather than getting a exact answer, you can get approximate answer and then check and which option is going to be very close to your answer.
Okay sir.
196 से अगर multiply करोगे it will take time ना, divide
Yes, sir.
multiply. हाँ बोलो राजदीप क्या दिक्कत है?
Sir, there is no need for me to convert it into meter, no?
रेशियो से कट जाएगा ना, मीटर में क्यों करना है? This is the question. You can write the question. So somebody is saying how much energy is emitted, then you can solve it. You put the value of H and C and then you can divide it and then you can get it.
Sir, can there be another way such as we calculate first all the energy absorbed?
So you can do whichever, whatever you feel like. Just try to do yourself and then see.
then
When
we
you
can
get that.
this second photon was re-emitted out, so we know
Yes,
the
yes,
values.
yes, you can do.
Sir, we can use the formula right here directly by
Sorry,
converting 496 Newton meter into meters.
we don't have to convert into meters.
Sir, while for solving through formula hc by lambda, we don't have to convert.
We don't have to
Convert.
what we have. No. Right now HC is common, so we don't need na. So everywhere this is Newton meter, Newton meter,
We are
Newton meter.
not over here. When we use the formula hc by delta directly.
HC by
Delta. Sorry, lambda. I'm sorry.
HC by lambda, you can. Then you have to calculate lambda na. Again, you have to see what you will do. You will write HC by lambda here, HC by lambda here. You will write the exact value. Then you will do the difference. Then you again divide HC. So it is going to be lengthier na.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Solve this question.
सर वो 10 to 17 जूल्स है कि 10 raised to -17 जूल्स है?
10 raised to पावर में है 10 to power.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, there is one formula E is equal to N into E. Can we use that?
You have to think yourself. I will not give you a hint. Okay, in this question, what is the question is saying? The question is saying ki, let's say it's a human eye and it can only see the object when this much energy is going to, let's say, fall on the eye, right? So this much energy is nothing but total energy. This is going to be. Now they are saying, let's say how many photons of green light are needed to generate this minimum energy. So they are saying ki, let's say how many photons are going to fall at if all these photons are of green light. So nothing but formula is nothing but E total is nothing but N into energy of photon. Now you know the energy total, you know the energy of photon because wavelength is given over here, lambda is given over here. You just have to calculate N value. So what is the N? No, Bhavish, it's wrong. So total energy is given as, it's a simple, let's say over here 10 to our minus 17 joule. This energy which we have given, that is standard unit over here, right? So energy of photon, hc by lambda. So what we are going to write, h value is in, let's say, standard unit, and lambda value in a standard unit, that is going to be meter. So 10 to our minus 17 joule. N की value हमने लिख ली यहाँ पे, sorry, and we have written h की value 6.626 होता है, so 6.63 we are going to take approximately into 10 to our minus 34 joule second. ठीक है. What is the, let's say, C 3 into 10 to our 8 meter per second. So you can see second cut over here, divided by lambda. Lambda is nothing but 550 nanometers. So 550 into 10 to our minus 9 meter. So meter cut. Now you can see the joule this side is remaining only, the joule is this side is remaining. So whoever has not done the conversion right into standard unit, they will get the wrong answer. Okay. So now you can say N is nothing but, okay, over here this is going to be 10 to the power 9, this is going to be plus, so 10 to the power 17 plus, so this is going to be 10 to the power minus 34, and this is 10 to the power 17, so 10 to the power minus 17 is going to remain. So I will cut all the, let's say, values. So now N is nothing but 550 divided by 6.63 into 3. So this is going to be 550 divided by 19.89, and this value is going to be 19.89. this value is going to be nothing but approximately 20, तो ये आ जाएगा कितना 27.5 से थोड़ा ऊपर, so we can say approximately 28. Answer is 28. So okay, everyone got the answer what we have done over here. When a conversion, y conversion is required, right? So you're going to write nanometer, right? Then the answer is going to be wrong.
So, in this question, when they've asked number of photons will be an integral value, right? Even if we get any decimal
Right.
number also.
Right.
Okay, so we have to round it off, right?
Yes. Yes. You have to round it off.
Yes.
So next question is, this was the earlier question. Okay. Now the next question is, so let's say take a simpler value over here, you know. So rather than lambda, we are writing over here, take 6,000 angstrom. ठीक है. So this is going to be 27 point something, the earlier answer. So we are going to write 28, because if 27 is the photon, then energy is going to be slightly less than 10⁻⁻17. They are saying the minimum energy which is required is 10⁻⁻17. अगर उससे कम हुआ तो दिखेगा नहीं, है ना, object. So you have to write 28. Somebody is saying कि why not we can take 27. That's what I'm saying. आर्यन क्या लिखा हुआ है, लेमडा ऑफ फोटोन है ये. हाँ, वैसे भी एंगस्ट्रॉम में क्या होता है ना, फोटोन. कई लोग काफी लेट आ रहे हैं, है ना, क्लास स्टार्ट हुई है, देन काफी लोग लेट आए हैं. आ तो जाओ जो लोग लेट आए हैं, रेज योर हैंड. एक ही बच्चा बस लेट आया है, उसने भी हाथ नीचे कर लिया ना. जो लोग लेट आए हैं हाथ उठाओ, हाथ उठा के रखो, देखते हैं कितने लोग हैं. अरे डांट नहीं रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट टाइम से मैं लॉक कर दूंगा, फिर आप यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू ज्वाइन. बोलो ऋषिका.
Sir, you asked who were late, so I raised my hand. Sir,
ठीक है.
there was a power cut in my area,
No
so I
problem.
joined 6
No
minutes.
problem. Just I was just asking who were late. Like, so
Yes.
many students didn't raise their hand. When I started the class, and now right now the difference is approximately 40 students. चलो भैया आगे आंसर. So okay. So this is again, what is the meaning of power? This, what is power? Anyone will tell what is the power?
Sir, it is the energy which is dissipated over a specific time period.
Specific time. So what is going to be joule per second? Yes. So over here, this they are saying ki number of photon emitted in 10 hour by 60 watt sodium lamp. So per second, how much energy it is going to give? 60 joule per second. है ना? 60 watt मतलब 60 joule per second. Right. Now they are saying 10 hour. So in 1 second, 60 joule. So one hour means how many seconds? So 10 hour means we are going to say 10 into 1 hour में how many seconds? 3600 seconds. So this is going to be 36 into 10 to the power 3 seconds. So total power is going to be total power, है ना, emitted is going to be 36 into 10 to the power 3 into 60 joule. Second से second कट जाएगा तो क्या बचेगा? joule. ठीक है. So you can write like this. So 216 into 10 to the power 4 joule. Yeah, this is total power. The lambda photon is 6000 angstrom. So what you can write? You can write 216 into 10 to the power 4 is nothing but n into h. Hc by lambda. H is 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34. Hc is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second divided by 6000 angstrom. So this is 10 to the power minus 10. So if you are going to cut it, then this is 10 to the power minus 7. This is going to go up. So 10 to the power 15. 6.63 divided by 6 है ना, 1000 कट दिया ये into है ना 3 into 10 to the power 15 और ये कितना है 10 to the power minus 34. So the difference is 10 to the power minus 90. Now you can write n is nothing but, so n is nothing but 216 into 6 divided by 6.63 into 3 into 10 to the power 4. ये पावर नीचे जाएगी तो और नीचे से फिर ऊपर जाएगी, then it is going to be plus 90. So that is 10 to the power 23. You can solve it and then you will get the answer. So if you are going to, let's say, right, this is 1.1 approximately, and this 3 is nothing but 72. So you can see this answer is going to be approximately 6. फिर 6 के आसपास 6.6 into sorry हाँ 66 approximately into 10 to the power 23, or you can say this is approximate answer. I am not writing the exact answer. Exact answer you have to get. So 6.5 भी चलेगा, ठीक है. समझ में आया क्या कर रहे थे? चलो आगे सबको समझना है. चलो let's see this question. टेंस टू -19 कैसे है ऊपर? So this is test var -34. So you just have to keep track of power, है ना? So this is -34 + 8. Now what will happen? This -7 is going to go up, then it is going to be +7. So you can subtract -34 and +7 plus let's say 15. So what is going to be answer over here? 19, right? Okay, Bhavesh, wait. So what we have to calculate, how many photons per second of infrared radiations are produced by infrared lamp. कुल मिला के पहले जैसे ही क्वेश्चन है, only the thing is they have given the efficiency. So let's say I am saying कि एक लाइट सोर्स है 100 let's say वाट का, लेकिन उससे केवल और केवल 12% ही जो है ना एनर्जी में जाता है, बाकी सब एनर्जी लेट्स से वेस्ट हो जाता है या वो कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पा रहा है ना. जो इमिट कर रहा है वो है ना, वो 12% लेट्स से, या फिर वो बाकी जो 88% है वो कुछ और है, that is not given over here. So whatever is energy emitted as infrared radiation is not 100 watt, it is 12 watt. So this is over here they have given, है ना. What they are asking is per second we have to calculate. So energy rating solution I'm writing energy rating of infrared lamp is 100 watt, or you can say 100 joule per second. ठीक है? Only 12% of this energy converted into infrared radiation. So E total is nothing but, which is infrared, is nothing but 100 into 12 divided by 100 percentage. So that is 12 joule. Now you have to write 12 joule is nothing but N into energy of photon. So 12 joule is nothing but number of photons we don't know. Energy of photon, so 1500 nanometer. So that is HC 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34. C is 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by lambda is in, that is 15,000, oh sorry, 1500 nanometers, so 10 to the power minus 9, right? That is in meter. So we have converted everything in standard unit. Now you can see this 9 is going to go up, so this is going to be 10 to the power 17. So N is nothing but 15 into 1800, 12 into 1500 divided by 6.63 into 3, and the power is going to be, this is 10 to the power 17. So this is going to be approximately 20, and 12 into 15 is going to be approximately 180. So 180, 18,000, ये हो गया approximately 19.89 count to 20 लिख सकते हैं, let's say. So this is 900. So 9 into 10 to the power 90. 9 into 10 to the approximate value I am writing 9 into 10 to the 19 photon per second. ठीक है? तो इसमें एक efficiency वाला क्वेश्चन और आ गया, तो you are able to understand what is the meaning of efficiency. ठीक है? ठीक है, बाकी सब लोगों के आंसर आ गए, राइट? तो इसमें जो इंपॉर्टेंट बात यही थी वो है एफिशिएंसी. ठीक है? Now anyone is having any doubt, then they can ask, right? I will take your doubt, right? इन चारों क्वेश्चंस में anyone having any doubt, they can ask.
हाँ, मुझे क्वेश्चन समझे सर, but then जब while solving these questions, sir, is it fine if we actually approximate the value, sir? क्योंकि आपका आंसर मेरा आंसर almost same ही था, but
नहीं,
आपका
मैं
9
तो approximate ही कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे सारी values. I am writing the approximate answer. I am not writing the exact answer because it will take more time to, let's say, cut and get the answer. So I am not doing it. I am assuming that we are having, है ना, जिनमें आपको multiple options मिलते हैं, then you can select the close answer. But yes,
closest.
if they are saying single digit answer, or let's say, then you have to find the exact answer. So
Yes, so wherein we have to type the answer in
yes,
there.
yes.
Okay, so
Question is this one, okay, and this is the solution. Now let's say बोलो भाई.
Yes, sir. Sir, I had a doubt in this question. सर पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में आपने 60 वॉट इक्वल टू 60 जूल पर सेकेंड किया, और इसके अंदर 12 वॉट इक्वल टू 12 जूल. सर हाउ?
क्या?
सर लास्ट क्वेश्चन में 60 watt, we wrote it as 60 joule per second. Then we calculated.
वॉट क्या होता है? जूल पर सेकेंड ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ,
Sir, here it is 12% efficient, so we got 12 joule. So it should be 12 joule per second, na?
तो वही तो लिखा हुआ है, नहीं लिखा है? 12 जूल पर सेकेंड लिख लो यार, बट दे आर सेइंग पर सेकेंड में बताना है, सो दैट मींस एक सेकेंड में यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट. समझ में आया? दे आर सेइंग 1 सेकेंड में कितना है, वहां पे पूछ रहे थे 10 आवर में कितना है. सो वी हैव कन्वर्टेड ऑल द लेट्स से है ना एनर्जी अकॉर्डिंग टू टाइम. यहाँ 1 सेकेंड में मत पूछ रहे हैं.
Okay.
बोलो भाई किरण.
यस सर. सर ये डिनोमिनेटर में 1500 into 10⁻⁻9 कहाँ से आया?
नैनोमीटर है ना, तो मीटर में नहीं कन्वर्ट करेंगे.
ओ
यहाँ
ओके
स्पीड
सर.
अभी तो थोड़ी देर पहले बताया था, ये मीटर पर सेकंड है, सब यूनिट काटी थी ऊपर एक
यस
क्वेश्चन
सर.
में और लिख के ये काटा है ना, देखो
हाँ
यहाँ
सर.
मीटर को कट करने के लिए यहाँ मीटर आना चाहिए ना.
हाँ सर.
हाँ भाई बताओ क्या डाउट है गौरांश?
सर ये जो फोर्थ क्वेश्चन है सर
थोड़ा
इसमें.
तेज बोलो, एक तो मुझे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है.
हेलो सर, एम आई ऑडिबल? हाँ सर, ये जो फोर्थ क्वेश्चन है, फोर्थ क्वेश्चन में जो आपने पावर लिखी है 12 into 500 into 10⁻17, सर -17 होना चाहिए ना वो?
फिर से चेक करो है ना. -17 तो वैसे नंबर सोचो ना कितने कितने कम हो गए. दिस इज गोइंग है ना, n यहाँ लिखा है तो ये नीचे से इधर की तरफ जा रहा है, साइड चेंज हो रहा है, तो माइनस का प्लस नहीं होगा.
हाँ हाँ हाँ
ये
सर.
नीचे गया तो नेगेटिव रहा, ऊपर गया तो पॉजिटिव हो गया.
हाँ सर. हाँ हाँ सर, समझा समझा.
बोलो राजदीप.
सर थोड़ा सा स्क्रॉल अप कीजिए ना ऊपर, मुझे वो क्वेश्चन लिखना है सर. और आपने ये वाला फॉर्मूला यूज किया है ना, एफिशिएंसी इज इक्वल टू यूजफुल पावर अपॉन पावर इनपुट.
आई हैव यूज कॉमन सेंस. अरे तुमसे कहा गया कि तुम मान लो कोई मशीन है वो 10 जूल काम कर सकती है, लेकिन मतलब ये मैक्सिमम है उसका आउटपुट. नाउ इट इज डूइंग ओनली 50%, तो कितना हो गया काम? सो यू विल से मैक्सिमम का जितना भी है. सो आई यूज कॉमन सेंस, आई हैव नॉट यूज्ड सम फॉर्मूला. दो you can put according to formula. Yes, you can assume that n's value will always be in positive power, but if you will solve it is going to be in positive power. You don't have to like forcefully, you don't have to put in positive power. अपने आप ही आएगा. चले आगे. हाँ भाई बताओ.
सर इधर बोला है कि वेवलेंथ ऑफ इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशन इज 1500 नैनोमीटर.
हाँ
तो वो हम फोटोन के लिए कैसे अज्यूम कर रहे हैं?
क्यों, किसके लिए करेंगे फिर?
सर तो जो लाइट का जो वेवलेंथ रहता है, डू वी यूज द सेम वेवलेंथ फॉर द फोटोन इट एमिट्स?
तो लाइट में इंफ्रारेड नहीं आता है.
सर वही पूछ रहा हूँ.
तो रिवाइज नहीं किया है लास्ट क्लास?
सर रिवाइज किया है.
किया
है सर.
क्या पढ़ाया था अच्छा बताओ.
सर आपने डुअल नेचर ऑफ लाइट के बारे में बताया था.
ओके. लाइट को डिवाइड किया था है ना सर्टेन रेज में. जरा बताओ नाम अलग अलग रेडिएशंस के.
वेव नेचर एंड पार्टिकल नेचर.
अरे नहीं, लाइट इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन को ब्रेक किया था ना अलग अलग.
हाँ सो गामा था, फिर इंफ्रारेड था, फिर अल्ट्रावायलेट.
इंफ्रारेड था ना.
हाँ सर।
तो फिर मुझसे ये कुछ क्वेश्चन क्यों पूछा?
सर नहीं सर, मेरा वो डाउट नहीं है
डाउट क्या है?
सर। इधर वेवलेंथ हमें इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशन के लिए दिया है,
हाँ,
तो हम वो फोटोन के लिए कैसे अज्यूम कर रहा है?
तो बताओ भाई, इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशन में क्या होगा? वो लाइट का पार्ट है, लाइट का पार्ट में फोटोन होंगे या नहीं होंगे?
हाँ होंगे। तो जो लाइट का जो वेवलेंथ रहता है वो हम फोटोन के लिए लेते हैं क्या?
लाइट डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लेट्स से पार्ट में है, और हर पार्ट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय फोटोन, ठीक है? और हर पार्ट की उस फोटोन की वेवलेंथ होगी।
ओह ओके सर, गॉट इट। थैंक यू सर।
चलो, तो आई थिंक ये पार्ट अब समझ में आ गया। इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आप लोग कर लोगे। नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज बोर मॉडल। Yes, somebody is raising hand. Any doubt?
सर बोर्स मॉडल चालू करने से पहले सर आप एक बार ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन रिवाइज कर सकते हो?
ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन क्या बताया था, बताओ।
सर इन ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन ऐसा एक बॉडी होता है, ब्लैक बॉडी इज एन आइडियल बॉडी वेयर द टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी, मतलब जो अब्सॉर्ब करता है फोटॉन्स, इट रिलीजेस द सेम अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी। और बाकी के जो ऑब्जेक्ट्स रहते हैं दे आर अज्यूम टू बी पार्शियल ब्लैक बॉडीज बिकॉज दे इट इज, मतलब उनका इम्बैलेंस रहता है अब्सॉर्प्शन और एमिट ऑफ एनर्जी में।
ओके, तो बताओ क्या डाउट है इसमें।
सर मतलब उसके क्या नाम सर, इसके कॉन्सेप्ट पे इतना ही है क्या ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन? मतलब
नहीं नहीं, कॉन्सेप्ट तो और बहुत बड़ा है, लेकिन वो हमारे काम का नहीं है।
अच्छा
आएगा,
ओके।
और फिजिक्स में आपको पढ़ाएंगे।
अच्छा यस ओके सर, सो इतना ही पता रहना चलेगा ना अभी
बस
बोर्ड्स
बस
में?
आपको बस इतना पता होना चाहिए कि क्या होता है, बस थोड़ा बहुत बस आइडिया।
ओके
ठीक है,
थैंक यू।
तो बोर मॉडल क्या होता है बताओ भाई। बोर मॉडल, व्हाट इज द लेट्स से इंपॉर्टेंट पोस्टुलेट ऑफ बोर? एनीवन वांट्स टू से? चलो देखते हैं, लेट्स यस, बोलो भाई जल्दी जल्दी, ऋषिका।
Sir, he said that electrons just don't move in a circular orbit. It moves in a fixed circular orbit with fixed velocity, with and it is like fixed with in an electron would be fixed in a particular circular orbit. He also stated the quantization method. He stated that the electrons revolve in circular orbits for orbits which have angular momentum equal to nh upon 2 pi. The integral multiple would be nh upon 2 pi. And he also stated that electrons neither lose energy or neither gain energy when they are revolving.
ठीक है, these orbits are called stationary orbits, ठीक है।
Stationary energy levels.
हाँ, stationary orbits. So देखो, important बात ये थी कि जब Rutherford said कि electron is going to revolve around the nucleus, then Maxwell said कि the electron should fall into the nucleus because it is going to be losing its energy, right? And so that's why Rutherford was not able to exact, let's say, position of, or exact, let's say, exact location of electron. He cannot say कि electron कहाँ पे होगा. He just said कि electron बाहर होगा और rotate कर रहा होगा. This was said by Rutherford. What more Bohr said कि electrons are going to, let's say, move in a certain orbits, and these orbits are going to have constant energy. So the energy is not going to, the electrons are not going to lose the energy. The first thing the Bohr said कि electrons are going to move, let's say, only in those orbit where the angular momentum is nothing but integral multiple of h by 2 pi, or you can say nh by 2 pi. ठीक है. एंगुलर मोमेंटम क्या होता है? मोमेंटम इज m into v, and angular momentum is nothing but m omega. Omega is angular velocity, and omega is nothing but r into v. So mvr, angular momentum is mvr, which we are going to write. So you can write angular momentum is nothing but m omega, and this is called omega, which is nothing but mvr. ठीक है. So no. I think angular momentum is mvr. Okay, don't get confused. Mvr. This is.
Sir, what is V in this?
V is let's say we are going to say linear speed. What linear speed it is going to let's say move. तो अगर कोई जैसे circular motion है, so if it is the center and let's say this is moving, so in this particular direction, whatever direction, let's say it is moving like this, anti-clockwise, this is going to be V, this is going to be R, and the mass of this particle is going to be m. So this is mvr.
Okay, sir.
So let's say I think there's some confusion here, so let's remove this part. Okay, so angular momentum is mvr. ठीक है.
Sir, could you repeat what you said about Bohr model?
So angular momentum is nothing but mvr. Okay, so the velocity which is going to let's say move over here, the linear velocity, and the r is the distance from the center. So in circular motion, the angular momentum is nothing but mvr.
No, sir, before that.
Before that I said ki just be like this, angular momentum is mvr. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now what Bohr said is postulates of let's say Bohr model. पहला तो हम लिख सकते हैं कि electron will move around nucleus in let's say in stationary orbits. Stationary orbits means electron will not lose its energy during motion. So he did not set any let's say any proof like why the electron will not lose its energy. He said कि ऐसा होता है. Okay, right? He experimentally he discovered that factor and he said कि जहाँ जहाँ पे ये value आएगी वहाँ पे right the electron will not lose its energy. The verification, or let's say the proof of this concept given by de Broglie. De Broglie has told ki, okay, why this will happen, why the angular momentum is going to be equals to nh by 2 pi. So we can write in these stationary orbits, the angular momentum of electron is integral multiple of h by 2 pi, which can also be written as h cut. Can also be written as h cut. So integral multiple of h by 2 pi. So hence we can say MVR is nothing but NH by 2 pi, or you can say NH cut. We'll take doubts, wait. Where N is nothing but 1, 2, 3, etc. So N equals to 1 can also be written as K shell. N equals to 2 is L shell. N equals to 3 is M shell. Like that. ठीक है? So this is what first thing, like Bohr said कि Bohr was the student of Rutherford actually. ठीक है? So Bohr said कि what is going to happen over here is the electron which is going to move around the nucleus, it is not going to lose its energy. Why it is not going to lose its energy? Because he said कि there are some stationary orbit in that electrons are not going to lose its energy. In those orbits, the angular momentum is nothing but MVR, and which is nothing but integral multiple of h by 2 pi. So just to calculate what is integral multiple, like MVR you can write what is going to be, let's say, angular momentum when some certain particle is, let's say, doing the circular motion. Here h is Planck's constant, correct? So whatever is the angular momentum is, right, that angular momentum is nothing but integral multiple of h by 2 pi. H is Planck's constant. So these are having constant energy. So एक तो ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात थी. दूसरी इम्पोर्टेंट बात जो यहाँ पे है वो है so when this, let's say this is nucleus and the electron is, let's say, doing the circular motion. So if you are going to, let's say, talk about this electron, this electron is going to have, if it is, let's say, doing the circular motion, it is going to experience two forces. One is going to be centripetal force, and another one is centrifugal force. During the circular motion, these are equally, let's say, equal to each other, right? And the directions are opposite to each other. The centripetal force is nothing but generated by electrical force. So what is the charge over here? Charge over here is, let's say, Z into, अच्छा, एक और बात, which is very, very important point. Bohr model is applicable only for uni-electronic species. Uni-electronic species. Uni-electronic species मतलब having one electron. Let's say example, we can say hydrogen, helium ion, lithium 2+ ion, beryllium 3+ ion, that's it, like that, etc. So this Bohr model is only, let's say, applicable for uni-electronic species. Bohr only wants to, let's say, consider what is the interaction between electron and nucleus. You don't want to make it complicated by having more than one electron. Because when more than one electron will happen, then what will happen? Both of these electrons are going to, let's say, attracted by nucleus, and both of these are going to repel each other. So it is going to be a, let's say, complicated situation, right? To calculate the exact net force on the electron, because you also don't know the position of electron, where the electron is, whether the electron is at this position or this position, where it is, right? So that's why the Bohr wants to, let's say, study only the interaction between nucleus and one electron. So Bohr model is applicable only for uni-electronic species. So the centripetal force provided by, let's say, nucleus is, what is the charge on nucleus? Z into E. So the centripetal force is going to be nothing but F electric. Is nothing but equals to F electric, which is nothing but K Q1 Q2 by R square. So over here, Q1 is nothing but ZE, Q2 is nothing but E. So this is K ZE into E by R square. So this is first. And this centripetal force is also equals to, you can say, mv square by R. So this is, let's say, 2. So you can say from equation 1 and 2, K ZE square by R square is nothing but mv square by R. Okay. Whenever something is doing a circular motion, it is expected that from what frame of reference you are putting the, let's say, you are putting the forces. So if the frame of reference is electron, if you are talking about electron, let's say, so an electron, what is the force? Centripetal force and centrifugal force, and that's how these are balancing each other, right? Just like that, there is a sun, right? And there is an earth, right? Earth is moving to, let's say, revolving around the sun, and you are standing over here. So if the frame of reference is you, then you will feel like you are at rest. So whatever the, let's say, gravitational force, right, that is equals to centrifugal force. Okay, you are not moving, you feel like you are at rest, right? So if the frame of reference is electron, then what you are going to say, centripetal force is nothing but equals to centrifugal force. The centripetal force is mv square by R, which is also equals to centrifugal force. Centrifugal force dono same ही, right? So you can write centripetal force, which is equals to mv square by R, which is also equals to centrifugal force. So you can write this force, right? Centripetal force, centrifugal force, दोनों का जो formula है, that is going to be same. let's say if you are saying the frame of reference is, let's say over here the nucleus, then what you are going to say, this centrifugal force. There is another way of saying that the centripetal force is nothing but provided by F electric. So you can write F electric is nothing but Q1 Q2 by R square, which is nothing but centripetal force. So either way you are going to say that you will say this equation is nothing but equals to mv square by R. Again, once again, listen. What I am saying that as the earth is revolving around the sun, and if we are going to say, take the frame of reference is earth, let's say we are sitting on earth, so we are at rest, then net force is going to be 0. Net force is going to be 0. What is the force over here acting on this is, and towards the sun, that is due to gravitation. So towards the, let's say, nucleus is nothing but F electric, which is going to be our centripetal force. So that is nothing but Q1 Q2 by R square, or you can say KZD square by R square, right? What is going to be away from, let's say, this nucleus, then this is going to be centrifugal force, which is nothing but mv square by R. So on the basis of electron, you can say the centripetal force is nothing but Q1 Q2 by R square, centrifugal force is nothing but mv square by R, and we are going to balance these let's say these two. So that is nothing but KZD square by R square is nothing but mv square by R.
Sir, I thought centrifugal force was a pseudo force, right?
Yes, so it is pseudo force.
So, but then it has a formula for it, and like we can derive it.
Right? What is happening is I said ki when you are able to, let's say, experience this force, when this is going to, let's say, broken over here, then you will say, okay, this is going outside. ये जो है ना बाहर की तरफ गिरेगा, because centripetal force तो बंद हो गया है ना. If this is going to, है ना, and the centrifugal force is also operating. So pseudo force का मतलब है कि which frame of reference you are taking. अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन पे बैठे हुए हो, है ना, तो आपको सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है. इफ यू आर, लेट्स से, सिटिंग ऑन, लेट्स से, ओवर हियर, है ना, आप सेंटर में प्रोटॉन पे बैठे हुए हो, तो देन यू विल नॉट एक्सपीरियंस सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स. तो अगर हम प्रोटॉन के फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस में बोलेंगे तो हम डायरेक्टली कह सकते हैं सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स व्हिच इज mv स्क्वायर बाय r, and that is also equals to F electric, that is provided by electrical force.
Yes, sir. So, and one more doubt. So, this first equation KZE ZE square by R square. So, that should be negative KZE square by R square, right? Because between I mean, the nucleus and electron.
According to Coulomb's law, we take the magnitude of charges. We don't take the sign. Okay. Magnitude of charge we will take, and then we will write the, let's say, repel or attraction accordingly. If you are going to say the, let's say, the vector quantity, then you will say, okay, किस तरफ लग रहा होगा, हाँ, attraction और repulsion के साथ.
Okay.
So this is one, let's say, equation. Another one we already know, that is nh by 2 pi is nothing but from angular momentum. mvr is nothing but nh by 2 pi. So this is equation, let's say, 4. So from equation 3 and 4, what we can write is we can eliminate v over here, you know. So how we are going to eliminate v over here? We can say v is nothing but nh by 2 pi into mr. So v square is nothing but n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square, let's say. Now you can put this value, you know. Value of v square in equation 3, which is nothing but kz square by r square is nothing but m by r into v square. V square is nothing but n square h square divided by 4 pi square into m square into r square. So r square cut, m square से ये वाला m cut, and then you can say if you are going to, let's say, put r over here, you know, so r is nothing but n square h square divided by 4 pi square m, ठीक है, into kz square. So if you are going to put all those value, you know, then you can calculate what is the radius of radius for Bohr, or let's say Bohr orbit. Okay, so this is nothing but h square 4 pi square m into ke square n square by z. We have taken these constant, these value together, because these value can change. N की value 1 2 3 हो सकती है, z की value can change. So this is going to be like r. If you are going to put the value, then r is going to be 0.529. This value is going to be 0.529 into n square by z in angstrom. हाँ भाई, लो अथर.
सर 1 मिनट आप स्क्रॉल अप कर सकते हो. सर ये m और r स्क्वायर कैसे कट गए?
और m इससे कटा ऊपर से, और r स्क्वायर इधर से कट गया.
ओके सर.
एक मिनट. हाँ बोलो.
Sir, this formula is integral for an electron only, or you can calculate it for an alpha particle or a proton as well.
Sorry?
Sir, this formula is applicable only for electron, or you can calculate the radius of other particles, other protons or neutrons as well.
So what we are doing is, we are talking about Bohr model. Bohr model is applicable when we are having uni-electronic state. So one electron and one nucleus.
So only for electron. Like
Electron and nucleus interaction, yes.
So okay. Only for some atoms.
Only for?
Some atoms which are uni-electrons.
Some atoms and ions, yes. So let's say if I am going to say what is the radius of, just one second. Wait. So what we can do is, we can change the, let's say, n value, we can change the z value. So you can write one more thing. If n equals to 1, you know, if n equals to 1 and z equals to 1, that means hydrogen atom. So R is nothing but 0.529 angstrom. So this we can write, let's say, as R naught. ठीक है, तो फॉर्मूला क्या बन गया? R is nothing but R naught n square by z, where we can remember the what is R naught is. R naught is nothing but 0.529 angstrom. So this is, you know, Bohr, sorry, not this one, this is Bohr radius of first orbit of hydrogen. Hydrogen atom. This is not radius of nucleus, this is एटम. हम इलेक्ट्रॉन की पोजीशन बता रहे हैं ना. सो वी आर गोइंग टू से ओके, इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे है, तो ये क्या होगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन के बारे में बात हो रही है तो एटम की बात होगी ना. न्यूक्लियस में इलेक्ट्रॉन का क्या काम है ना, तो ये इस तरह से आ रहा है. So if somebody is saying what is the, let's say, radius ratio, then we can also, let's say, calculate. एक मिनट, yes, बोलो बेटा पल्लव.
सर जो वैल्यू आपको 0.529 आया है रेडियस का, सर दैट वी कैन गेट बाय पुटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ k and h, राइट?
Correct.
ओके सर.
So you can check, you can cross check over here. H, let's say, just imagine the power over here. Now we will not write the value. So 6.63 into 10 to the minus 34 का square है. Then we can write this is going to be approximately 6.66 का square होता है 36. So it is going to be 40 something, right? But we will take only power. So 10 to the minus 34 का square कितना होगा? 10 to the minus 68. Just to get some idea, right? So it is going to be into something. 4 pi square m. M is nothing but mass of, so 10 to the minus 31 kg, right? Into, अच्छा, pi square की वैल्यू कितनी हो जाएगी? Approximately 10 के आसपास, right? 3.14 होता है, so 10 into 4. K is nothing but 10 to the minus 9 into 10 to the 9, and E is nothing but 1.6 into 10 to the 19. So 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 का square. So that is going to be 10 to the minus 38. So I will write the power only. So 10 to the minus 60, this is 68. And if I am going to write this is 10, this is 10, and this is 10. So 10 to the 3 ये हो जाएगा, और 10 to the 9 यहाँ पे, तो 10 to the 12. So 10 to the 12 into 10 to the minus 31 into 10 to the minus, this is going to be 38, right? So over here you can see this is the value is 10 to the minus 31, 10 to the minus 38 is 10 to the minus 69, right? And this is 10 to the minus 68, right? And this is 10 to the 12. So if you are going to, let's say, cut, this is 10 to the minus 1 is going to remain, and this is going to be approximately 10 to the 11. इसको ऊपर लेके जाओगे तो 10 to the minus 11 के आसपास आ जाएगा something. तो मतलब ये जो वैल्यू आ रही होगी है ना, this is value, whatever the value over here is coming as, it will be in decimal. So that's why you can write in angstrom. Angstrom is nothing but 10 to the minus 10. You are getting answer close to that. So only on the basis of power you can get some idea.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, so okay.
सर NH by 2 pi किसका फॉर्मूला?
NH by 2 pi वो said कि this is going to be equals to angular momentum.
And sir, ये जो we are finding this radius, this is the radius between the nucleus and the first orbit.
Yes.
Sir, तो इतने these
radius
all,
of क्या बोला तुमने?
The radius between the radius of the first orbit.
हाँ, yes.
Or sir, these all formulas we have to memorize for finding मतलब question.
Only this one you can remember, these two.
Yes sir.
Okay. So if we are going to, let's say what is going to be radius ratio? So radius ratio, let's say let's say somebody has set the second orbit of lithium 2 plus ion and third orbit of helium plus ion, and the radius ratio निकालना है. Radius ratio of second orbit of, so this is, you can write solution, you can say R lithium 2 plus divided by R and a helium plus is nothing but R naught n square. lithium 2 plus के लिए n क्या की वैल्यू क्या दे रखी है, second orbit, so n square means 2 का square. What is the z value for lithium? 3 divided by R naught, क्या पूछा गया है, third orbit, so 3 का square divided by what is the z value for helium, that is 2, so R naught से R naught कट जाएगा. Now you can write this is nothing but 4 by 3 divided by 9 by 2. So this is going to go this side and this is going to go this side. So this is 8 by 27. So radius ratio you can calculate. समझ में आया क्या करना है. लिथियम के लिए याद रखना है z की वैल्यू क्या आएगी, 3, हाइड्रोजन हीलियम लिथियम. बेरिलियम के लिए हीलियम के लिए 2. So you just put the value and you can get the answer. Now this is R. If somebody is saying calculation of velocity, तो क्या करेंगे, how we are going to calculate velocity. बोलो बेटा ऋषिका.
Sir, we know the formula for angular velocity, which is mvr, and we have now calculated the formula for radius. So we can put the calculation of radius in the formula mvr, and we also know m, so we can calculate the v.
Correct. So there is one way that you already know the value of, let's say over here, you already know the value of R. So you can say mvr is nothing but nh by 2 pi. So you can write v is nothing but nh by 2 pi m into R. Now you can put the value of R is as R naught into n square by z. So this is n h divided by 2 pi m into R naught into n square by z. So this z is going to go up and n is going to cut over here. So velocity is nothing but h divided by 2 pi m into R naught into z by n. So this is very important. So here v is, what is the value of this part? If you are going to solve, then this will come 2.18 into 10 to the power 6. 2.18 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second, right? So again, we are going to say z is nothing but 1n. So over here you can remember this thing also, that there is another formula you can remember, or you can remember v is proportional to z by n and r is proportional to n square by z. R is proportional to n square by z. Just to mark a difference, I am cutting it, right? So sometimes it looks like 2, cutting it to make it z. So right, so b is proportional to z by n. You can write this. So if let's say z is equals to 1 hydrogen atom and n is equals to 1, then velocity in, let's say, first orbit is going to be 2.18 to 10 to the power 6 meter per second. So velocity of electron electron in first Bohr orbit of hydrogen atom. Now you can see from here this speed is nothing but 1 upon 100 times, approximately 1 upon 100 times than the speed of electron, that is c. You know, c is nothing but 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So this is approximately that amount. So speed of electron is nothing but, let's say we can say 1 upon 100 times of speed of light, approximately. Yes, doubts? इतना लिख लो. I'll take doubts.
सर सर आपने ऊपर एक सिंबल यूज किया था, मेरे को उसका नाम पूछना था. आप ऊपर स्क्रॉल कर सकते हो एक बार?
किसका? और ऊपर?
हाँ सर, और ऊपर था.
और ऊपर?
यस सर, जस्ट इसके ऊपर. सर वहाँ पे आपने जो वो h को कट किया है सर, वो कोई स्पेसिफिक नेम है क्या उसका? h
नहीं,
by
उसको
2 pi
एच कट
equal
ही
to.
बोलते हैं, एच कट.
ओके ओके.
Sir,
what
is that? Can you repeat what is that Z cut?
Z, I have just cut it just to make the difference between two. कई लोगों को वो दो दिखता है, जल्दी जल्दी में लिखते हैं ना. It looks like 2. So just to mark the difference between 2 and Z.
Okay, sir.
Any other doubt? बोलो राजदीप.
सॉरी सर, मैं लोअर करना भूल गया.
Now let's see one more thing, that is energy. Before that, okay, yes, बोलो बेटा.
Sir, we've seen that the velocity of an electron is inversely proportional to z upon n. So, matlab,
नहीं, हाँ, velocity z upon n, right?
So that means v is inversely proportional to the number of orbitals with the number we increase. So matlab if the shells अगर increase करेंगे तो उसमें speed कम होते जाएगा the farther the electron moves from the nucleus.
हाँ, yes.
So ऐसा क्यों होता है? Because अच्छा हाँ, okay, to counteract the, yes sir, समझा.
Kinetic energy कम होता जाएगा.
हाँ, yes sir, got it.
बोलो बेटा. स्नेहा.
हाँ सर, आपने फॉर्मूला दिया था ना, R इज इक्वल टू एच स्क्वायर बाय 4 पाई स्क्वायर, वो वाला.
हाँ.
उसमें m मास ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना?
यस, मास ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. यहाँ सब जगह मास ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है.
ओके. और h वो 6.63, वो प्लैंक्स कांस्टेंट.
प्लैंक्स कांस्टेंट है, करेक्ट.
फिर k 9 into 10 raised to 9
है, करेक्ट.
और n नंबर ऑफ ऑर्बिट, वो
नंबर ऑफ ऑर्बिट है, राइट.
और z एटॉमिक नंबर ना?
एटॉमिक नंबर, यस.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Now next is energy. So total energy is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy over here is nothing but half mv square. Since we know mv square by r is nothing but kze square by r square. Hence mv square is nothing but ये r से r कट गया, which is nothing but kze square by r. This we are writing, है ना, from, let's say, in circular motion, right? We have already done this postulate, right? K angular moment, centrifugal force is nothing but K electric force. So mv square equals to kz square by r. Hence half mv square equals to क्या हो जाएगा? Hence kinetic energy, which is nothing but half mv square. So this is nothing but kz square by 2r. This is, let's say, equation 1. Yes, Bhavesh.
Yes, sir. Can you please scroll up a bit?
Wait, अभी पहले ये derivation कर लें, then I will tell you.
Okay,
Now,
sir.
what is going to be potential energy? Potential energy is nothing but K Q1 Q2 by R, and that is based on the sign. So one is positive, another one is negative. So we can write K ZE E, the minus sign over here, ZE, you know. So ZE E by R is the minus sign. So this is nothing but minus K ZE square by R. ठीक है? That is potential energy. So what is total energy? Total energy is going to be kinetic energy plus potential energy, which is nothing but kze square by 2r, that is the plus sign over here, minus kze square by r. So that is nothing but minus kze square by 2r. If you are going to, let's say, take the common over here, so this is nothing but 1 by 2 kze square by r minus 1. So this is minus 1 by 2, which we have written over here, right? So minus kze square by 2r. So total energy is nothing but, you can write minus kze square by 2r, which is also equals to minus of kinetic energy, and which is also equals to potential energy by 2. So relation between over here total energy and kinetic energy is kinetic energy का negative लेके वो total energy हो जाएगा, या फिर potential energy का आधा.
तो सर पोटेंशियल एनर्जी के लिए नेगेटिव क्यों लिया हमने?
क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक पॉजिटिव एक नेगेटिव है, राइट? तो पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव का जब कॉम्बिनेशन होगा तो क्या आएगा? नेगेटिव. पॉजिटिव इनटू नेगेटिव इज नेगेटिव. पोटेंशियल एनर्जी में विद साइन लेते हैं.
यस सर.
बोलो मतलब.
सर हो गया क्लियर?
हो गया. ठीक है, तो यहाँ तक आप लिख लो. नेक्स्ट क्लास में इसके आगे एनर्जी के बारे में बताएंगे. नाउ समबडी सेइंग कि ऊपर जाना है. कितना लिख लिया? Now you can start solving the, let's say, booklet, है ना. अब आप क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकते हो. लेट्स से आई विल गिव यू होमवर्क. Okay, so from here you can start solving atomic terms, this Planck's quantum theory. Okay. Okay, till 15, question number 15 you can solve. And subjective, this is objective, subjective, yes. In subjective questions, you can solve from question 1 from here to, let's say here. We will discuss this in DPP class, right? Everything we are going to discuss in DPP class. So from question number 1, I will write here homework. Foundation builder, FB is foundation builder. Objective question number 1 to 15. Foundation builder subjective question number 1 to 16. कब करेंगे डिस्कस? On Thursday जो है ना DPP डिस्कशन के टाइम पे. हेलो, हाँ ऋषिकेश.
Sir, in centripetal force, you told that negative sign we don't take. Why is that, and why do you take that?
Sorry?
In centripetal force, we don't take negative sign. You told that, and here we are taking. So why is that?
We are not taking negative sign. Where we are writing mv square by r is nothing but k z square by r square.
No, sir. In potential energy.
Potential energy में तो आएगा ना, वो interaction पे depend करता है कि किनके बीच का हो रहा है. Whether it is happening with same charge or opposite charge.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. So what you need to write is you can see that kinetic energy is half mv square or mv square by r is this. तो इससे आया k z square by 2r. और potential energy से आया minus k z square by r. So when you are going to add these two, what will happen? This is 1 by half minus 1. So minus 1 by half is going to remain, which is nothing but minus k z square by 2r. So you can write total energy is nothing but minus of kinetic energy, because kinetic energy is plus k z square by 2r. Total energy is minus k z square by 2r. Or you can write potential energy by 2. Potential energy is minus k z square by r. So if you want to by 2r, so you will write potential energy by 2. So that's how you can write. Okay, now you can leave. If anyone is having doubt, only those guys are going to, let's say, stay. हाँ.
सर आप एक बार नीचे का वो दिखा सकते हो होमवर्क.
Homework.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Done. Thank you.
Yes, wait. Calculation of velocity. Yes. Suhani.
Hello, am I audible?
हाँ.
Sir, I understood everything of today's session. I was getting confused about that energy conservation you told a few lectures back.
Energy conservation into?
How do we understand the radius of nucleus by that energy conservation? वो नहीं समझ रहा.
So see what will happen. The total energy is going to remain same.
Yes.
So either you can write like this: कि potential energy initial plus kinetic energy initial is going to be potential energy final right? And kinetic energy final. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
This value is 0. Sorry, opposite. This value is 0, potential energy initial, because we have taken these are very far. We have assumed that is 0. The kinetic energy final is going to be 0 because speed is 0. So this equals to this. Solve it.
पर सर इससे रेडियस कैसे पता चल रहा है?
अरे R पता चलेगा ना, R कितना क्लोज तक पहुंचा वो अल्फा पार्टिकल.
ओके सर. और आई अंडरस्टूड दिस. और सर और एक है सर, आपने वो लाइन स्पेक्ट्रम के बारे में रुदरफोर्ड का फेलियर था ना, एक लाइन स्पेक्ट्रम का.
वो लाइन स्पेक्ट्रम इसमें आएगा, स्पेक्ट्रम के बारे में आएगा इसमें, ठीक है.
ओके ओके सर.
So we will tell you the spectrum in Bohr model. फिर आपको पता चल जाएगा.
ओके सर, थैंक यू. बाय सर.
सर मुझे इसमें डाउट नहीं था, मुझे और एक अलग डाउट था. तो ये प्रोटॉन और अल्फा पार्टिकल में सर रेडियो एक्टिविटी में अल्फा पार्टिकल और बीटा पार्टिकल में अल्फा पार्टिकल का डिफ्लेक्शन इज मच लेस देन बीटा पार्टिकल. सर लेकिन मास ऑफ अल्फा पार्टिकल तो बीटा पार्टिकल
फिर से बोलो.
हाँ सर. सर अल्फा पार्टिकल और बीटा particles में alpha particle is heavier than beta particle, but then deflection of beta particle is more than alpha particle. तो मतलब ऐसा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि जिसका मास ज्यादा रहता है उसका डिफ्लेक्शन ज्यादा रहता है ना.
अगर देखो what you are saying कि when the let's say पहली बात तो ये है कि अगर अल्फा पार्टिकल we are let's say projecting and beta particle we are projecting, then you are saying कि beta particle is going to deflect more, right?
Yes sir.
So that is what is going to happen कि एक मान लो कोई बड़ी बॉल है और उसमें एक छोटी बॉल अगर टकरा रही है ना, तो
नहीं मतलब अल्फा पार्टिकल और बीटा पार्टिकल इसमें अगर इफ यू कीप इट इन एन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, सो उसमें अल्फा पार्टिकल का डिफ्लेक्शन इज मच लेस देन बीटा पार्टिकल. मतलब बीटा पार्टिकल डिफ्लेक्शन एंगल इज मच ग्रेटर देन अल्फा पार्टिकल.
मास के हिसाब से हो रहा है, वही फोर्स लग रहा है ना. अल्फा पार्टिकल क्या है आपका? हीलियम न्यूक्लियस, दैट इज 4 टाइम मास ऑफ प्रोटॉन. बीटा पार्टिकल क्या है? इलेक्ट्रॉन.
इट्स मच लेस.
ठीक है, तो जितना आप फोर्स लगा रहे हो तो कौन ज्यादा डिफ्लेक्ट हो जाएगा? अगर मान लो इक्वल फोर्स भी लगा रहे हो तो जो हल्का होगा वो ज्यादा डिफ्लेक्ट होगा.
यस सर. मुझे भी वही लगा था, लेकिन बदन जब मैं ये स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एटम पढ़ रहा था, जैसे चार्ज ऑफ मास रेशियो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, उसमें उस एक्सपेरिमेंट में ये लिखा है कि द मास ऑफ द पार्टिकल लाइटर द पार्टिकल ग्रेटर द डिफ्लेक्शन है.
हाँ तो सही बात है ना, लाइटर द पार्टिकल ग्रेटर द रिफ्लेक्शन. छोटा पार्टिकल को उसपे मान लो मैं 2 लोगों को खींच रहा हूँ. एक आदमी, एक है छोटा बच्चा और एक है बहुत बड़ा आदमी, तो कौन ज्यादा डिफ्लेक्ट हो जाए? कौन ज्यादा मेरी तरफ आ जाएगा? जो
छोटा वाला बड़े के पास
है ना, जो हल्का होगा वो मेरे पास आएगा ना. बड़े के कंपैरिजन में.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
हेलो. हाँ सर, कैन यू प्लीज स्क्रॉल डाउन अ बिट, वो एनर्जी वाला पार्ट.
क्या है डाउट इसमें?
नहीं सर, वो कॉपी करना है सर, नोट्स बना.
Done. Okay. So फिर we are finishing the class. Okay.
Bye, sir. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Bye.